Okay, good morning guys. It's about 20 past 10 at the moment, which is a good 4 hours and 20 minutes past my normal bedtime of 6 a.m. But I thought I'd show you, give you all an update on commissions and stuff and what are the other stuff I have going on at the moment. First off, tails. This little one here is for Zuzu Griffin, and if you can see there, that blue stripe is actually a spiral that goes all the way around the tail to the blue tip there, and that was a huge pain in the ass to pattern. Ugh. Just sit down here. Look, you can see my feet. Eee. I'm not just wearing them for the sake of wearing them, I'm wearing them because my feet were cold. Anyway, yeah, huge pain to pattern that. I think it took me 3 or 4 tries, but I am really happy with how it turned out. Oh, while I'm here, a little note on tails. These belt loops here are actually nylon webbing rather than elastic, because I found with heavier tails, like that big guy there, which I'll talk about more in a minute, the elastic tends to stretch, as elastic does, and the tail sort of sagged and you could see it hanging down, and I just didn't like the way it looked. But this stuff is stronger and doesn't stretch, obviously. So that's what's on my belt loops for my tails from now on. Alright, this big tail here. This is for Aruvia skunk. First ever skunk tail, and I hope he turned out okay. This fur is actually going to be getting painted to look more like your fur colour later, because when it arrived I decided it was horrible and didn't look how I wanted it to, so it's going to get that more bluish colour put through it. But this nice green I'm happy with. Okay, this one. This is a personal tail for my new character Tyler. Just, yeah, generic sort of wolf tail. This one here is a snow leopard. This is going to be from my first sort of properly realistic... Actually, no, I lie. Zuzu Griffin's my first properly realistic suit. But this one doesn't look terribly realistic at the moment. All these rosettes are hand sewn in, by the way. That was annoying. I hate sewing spots. And this stripe and that is all hand sewn in. This will be getting airbrushed later to make it more realistic. I'm sorry for my sniffling, by the way. I have a cold at the moment. This here is Ferrari Cheetah's tail, which is a bit messed up because it hasn't been brushed from his outing yesterday. Saturday. Some friends and I went to a local school charity event, and my brother wore this guy. Obviously doesn't have his spots yet, but once he does, unless my brother claims him, he'll be going up for sale rather cheaply. He was just, I basically did this because his head was my first attempt at doing a balaclava based head. So yeah. Here we have a German Shepherd tail, which was going to be a partial suit, but I got distracted from that and made Tyler Wolf instead. This guy will get finished, or I will just sell this tail. Nice big floofy tail. Again, nylon webbing, belt loops. Okay, this one here is for Curious Dragon. This is a budget suit tail. I gotta say, for budget fur, this stuff is pretty nice. The darker colours always seem to be, the white and yellow particularly in the budget fur are disgusting and horrible, and I hate using them. But the black and the other dark colours like the purple and the blue, or the dark blue and the browns and stuff, are pretty nice. So yeah, that's your tail, Curious Dragon. Alright, on to hand paws. Yeah. Here we have Ferrari Cheetah's hand paws. These are just elbow length ones because I ran out of red fur. Like I said, this guy will probably be going up for sale unless my brother decides he wants to adopt him. But you will notice the palm hand paws are sewn on upside down. That's because my mum had a bit of a dirt moment. Mind you, it was 1 o'clock in the morning when she was sewing them on, so they do both go the same way. think it's kind of cute. They kind of look like love hearts. But anyway. These are all machine sewn on the hand paws, if you can see that. I actually had to go out and buy a new sewing machine the other day because my old one crapped itself. These are Lynx Huskies. Huskies paws. Sorry about that. Three-fingered paws, which I don't normally do. But as you can see, he specifically requested three-fingered paws. He's actually going to have another set of paws as well, because he asked for a regular look and a rave look, so he's getting 2 sets of hand paws and 2 tails. These are going to be the paw pads on the other sets of paws, which are cast latex and rainbow. These are actually glow-in-the-dark and UV reactive as well. The other set is curing at the moment, so I'll get them sewn up soon. But yeah, you can see that. If it was night time and I had my black light out here, I would show you that. But I love how that pink looks. Even in the light, it looks like it's glowing. It's fantastic. Okay. What do we got here? These are Curious Dragon's hands. 5-fingered, shoulder length. This is standard how my partial arms are, shoulder length, all one piece. They normally come with paw pads though, but being a dragon, this guy doesn't have them. Again, this is the budget fur, which is actually really nice, surprisingly. Okay, over here we have the paws for Bamon. As you can see, they are oversized. That's because these are going to be plushy paws. There's actually going to be a liner put in these and it'll be stuffed so they look nice and big like the character's paws actually do. And because, I know I just said my paws come standard shoulder length, but because these are the plushy hand paws and you know, you may need to get in and out of suit quickly, the sleeves are separate for this guy. And that's the sleeves there. They are actually lighter than they look here. Through the camera they're looking almost black, but they are brown, I can guarantee you that. They are darker than the brown the character should be, but that's because I couldn't find a brown that fitted it perfectly. I just realised I forgot to get a Ruvia Skunk's paws out, but I do have his paw pads here. Again, cast latex. These are just regular ones, they don't glow and they're not UV reactive. But yes. Nice green paw pads there. Okay, these are a different style of arms I offer. These are actually Tosca's arms, and this is the chest here. And you can see they go, oh, that's the chest there, and as you can see they actually do go around under the armpits and everything, and on the back they're held closed with elastic here. I specifically did them this way so I could wear singlet tops and stuff with her. I do offer these for commission. Ugh, they need brushing. But anyway, I do offer these for commission. You just, pardon me, you just have to request them when you send your order in. The ones I sell to customers will have either slits in the wrist or slits in the fingers, so you can get in and out of them. These were just done in a rush, so I haven't got them yet. You can either get them with the elastic on the back too, or if you send me a duct tape dummy of your upper torso, I'll just put a zip down the back, and then you can wear, you know, shirts that are low cut in the back too. Or you can go for the whole half suit option, and it'll come right down so the bottom tucks into your pants, and there'll be a zip down the front or back, and you can wear them this way. This is sort of half the half suit option, I guess. But yes, that's that. Okay, over here we have more latex paw pads. These are realistic black feline ones. They don't look black, but that's because I haven't put the latex shine on there yet, or washed them actually. They're just fresh out of the mould. But they are black. If you see this little corner down here, that's the colour it will actually be. But again, nice and textured. And that's on the back, so you can see that it's... just in case you guys were wondering, the reason they're cast with this material on the back is so you can sew them into your paws rather than just having to glue them. I personally sew all of mine in because, you know, they're obviously stronger that way. but you can just sew it in through the back. Cut the hole out in the paw and then sew it in through the back. Or you can just cut around these and glue them on if you like. I am happy to make custom orders of these, by the way. I'm only doing latex ones so far, but if you send me an email, I can do you them. Alright, on to some more interesting stuff. Heads. This is Curious Dragon's head. He just needs the horns putting on and he's ready for furring. Nice smiley dragon there. He's a static jaw, this one, but balaclava based, as you can see. I'm actually pretty happy with this one, actually. I seem to have trouble getting that dragon's shape right, but I think he looks pretty toony and happy. So yes. Here we have another balaclava based one. This is going to be my brother Luther's suit. Realistic feline. Still a lot of work to go on that one, obviously. Especially considering there's no ear or lower jaw. Okay, over here we have a commission head. This is for Badger of Bearmon. Let me see the eyes there. I'm actually pretty happy with how these eyes turned out. Great vision too, because all the iris and pupil there is vision. Different type of nose here. This is a sewn suede nose. If you're wondering why the top of his head's got nothing on it yet, that's because he actually wears a purple cap, and that hasn't been sewn on yet. Again, this dark brown fur here looks a lot darker for some reason in the camera than it actually is. He's balaclava based, moving jaw, still needs his teeth and everything putting in yet. But yeah, I'm really happy with how these eyes came out. But yes, that's that. Okay, here we have a Ruvia skunk's head. It looks a bit like a mouse at the moment, but I assure you it is a skunk and will look like a skunk when it's done. He's a plastic canvas base head, and I actually used a new moving jaw method on this guy, which doesn't use any springs or elastic or anything, and actually works really well. I got the idea from a friend of mine who's also a suit maker. But yes, it basically works by the foam in the back of the mouth here, sitting tight up against your jaw. So instead of the elastic pulling it shut, it's your jaw shutting that shuts it. Yeah, it actually works really well. I'll put a video of that up when he's finished. But yeah, he looks so sad. They always do before you put your eyes in, weirdly. Mine do anyway, I don't know about other makers. Anyway, over here we have Zuzu Griffin. Now, I know it doesn't look much like a griffin at the moment, and that's because there's no beak. But if I hold the beak on here, you get a bit of an idea of what it's going to look like. Now the beak here, this is just the test beak, by the way. The real one will be a lot smoother and nicer looking and not have polyfill stuck to it. But this is actually paper clay, which is really light and surprisingly really strong. I again got the idea from another maker and personally thought that's not going to work. I mean, it's paper. How is that going to stand up to anything? But yeah, like I said, this was the test beak, so it's been taking a beating. I've been throwing it at stuff and dropping it and everything, and as you can see, it's really strong. Like, you wouldn't expect it to be that strong, but it's actually really light as well. So I'm really happy with that. For being skeptical about it at first, yeah, it's great. So yeah, I've like I said, been treating it like hell and haven't got any cracks or anything yet. And according to the packet, this can be sanded and nailed and drilled and everything. So yes, it shouldn't break while it's on the suit. But yeah, this guy is getting, this guy's also going to have a moving jaw, and he's also getting resin eyes and all that stuff. Like I said, this is going to be my first attempt at a properly realistic suit. And he's a wolf-eagle hybrid, so hence the big pointy ears here. Ugh, I hate looking at it without the beak on.